So, for those of you that don't know, I used to do clean comedy sketches under the name Uzoogle Productions before rebranding as Young Butt Piss. Back then I had a series called Feed My Ego where I read comments that complimented me, because I rarely got any hate comments. Like, I wanted to make a video where I read off hate comments, but doing clean, inoffensive comedy just didn't warrant that much hate. But then I rebranded as Young Butt Piss, and boy did they flow in. And since I'm rebranding as Reese Thorn, I figured I should do, well, a video where Butt Piss reads hate comments, right? Now, this video is not going to feature any comments that are related to Max or the Gothame documentaries. Those are being saved for Gothame 3, the final one in the trilogy. So, without further ado, let's read the funniest hate comments and the hate comments that I can actually, well, deconstruct. Wash yo ass. I mean, if I owned toilet paper, I would. You look like an idiot. I mean, yeah. You're a fucking idiot nigga. This shit was so fucking unfunny I can't even describe it. Notice how this one says 3 years ago. This was commented on a clean comedy video I made. But because listen, I didn't get very many hate comments back then, so I'm just pulling a handful of the hate comments I did get and just incorporating it into this, because how can I let that one go to waste? Sussy. Goth Kirby, is that you? Nigga, delete this shit. No. Don't be mean to God. I'll try being nicer to myself going forward. Thanks. That Google Assistant speaker thing did me dirty with this. So I'm trying to put my 2-year-old son to bed, and I'll often play songs we've sung that day. He wanted Jingle Bells, so that's what I asked Google to play. Why the hell did it play this? I panicked and let it keep playing, thinking surely it was just 3 edgy curse words, but no, my son has now been introduced to the whole vocabulary. What the fuck is this song? This mother accidentally playing my ocarina poorly while occasionally cursing to her 2-year-old son. Like, somehow the Google speaker thing played my song instead of Jingle Bells. That's fucking funny. Sociopaths? I mean, at times, you seem interested in advocacy, but then it's a bit careless to throw around the term sociopath in a cheap and derogatory way as a person diagnosed with both antisocial personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. This person is very upset that I made a song called My Fans Are Sociopaths, and he claims to be a fan of me, and then in the same comment he says he's a sociopath. Yeah, this dude looks like he just got out of the psych ward, or that he wishes he did just so he'd seem more interesting. I replied. I said, yeah, this dude is crazy, or he wishes he was so he'd seem interesting. Couldn't decide on an insult, so you just use both, huh? And then he says, couldn't decide on an edgier middle school humor name, so you just chose both butt and piss, huh? Go dig through the trash for a cigarette. Maybe you'll find your dreams in there. And I said, I don't think I can smoke that cigarette harder than I just smoked doing these comments. Speaking of smoke, go unhook the hose on your boiler and get some fresh air. As a black trans guy, this whole thing just pisses me off for real. I get that everyone from any group can be a bad person, but damn, trans people don't need any more hate. And she's just a terrible example that people will probably use to discredit all of us. Bull. So this was commented on the Aiden theory, right? And in that fucking documentary, I call out a white trans woman who calls me George Zimmerman, calls me whitewashed, calls me racist towards other black people, right? So I thrash her for doing that, and I provide examples of her being racist and problematic in many different ways, and also ableist, of course. And this person says that I should not criticize someone simply because they're trans, even if they're doing and saying shit that deserves to get called out, because I will be adding to the stigma and the hatred that they get. The thing is, right, people who hate trans people are usually like, you know, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and incels, right? And you're saying that they're going to use my Aiden documentary as a way to discredit the trans community. The thing is, I'm mainly criticizing Aiden for racism. I'm pretty sure white supremacists are not going to use examples of trans people being racist to discredit the trans community. They would stick to any allegations of grooming and shit. And also, this is an incredibly stupid fucking comment to make in general. It doesn't matter what marginalized group you're a part of. If you do or say shit that deserves to get called out, I'm going to call you the fuck out. Especially if you're... Listen, in this case, Aiden was being racist. But then she was calling me racist. The thing is, when it comes to racists, I obviously have a problem with them, right? But I have a bigger problem with closeted racists, like Aiden, or all the multicolored hair girls who have BLM in their bio, you know, to profit off of the black community. That way they can put money in their purse and then clutch that same purse when they're in an elevator with a black man. I have a problem with wolves in sheep's clothing. I have a problem with hypocrisy, hypocrites, right? If you're fucking racist, I want to know, right? Aiden is one of those white liberals, one of those albino sewer rats, if you will, who claims to be against racism while being completely racist herself. I have a huge problem with that, right? That deserves to get called out. If you are open about how racist you are, great, don't come near me. Now, if you hide the fact that you're racist and then place moral judgment on others for being racist, I want to ruin your fucking life. Like, if you're gonna be racist, be honest about it and get the fuck away from me, right? Again, doesn't matter what group you're a part of. If you do and say shitty things, you should be called out for it regardless. And to say that people are going to use my video to discredit trans people is fucking dumb. Again, I'm going to emphasize that point. I'm criticizing Aiden for racism. The people who hate the trans community are not going to use a trans woman's racism to discredit that community, because the people who are against trans people are for racism themselves. Dumb. Delete your fucking comment. What the F is this crap? You should do the same with the Quran, which teaches people to be a nonce, you dirty piece of shit. First of all, I am an African American. I'm not even Middle Eastern. I'm black. Second of all, here's why I wouldn't animate the Quran getting a boner the way I did to the Bible. Because unlike Christians, radical Islam actually takes their fucking religion seriously. They read the Quran and they do exactly as it says. They take their religion seriously, whereas Christians do not. Christians claim to be against sexual deviancy, right? But only when it applies to gay people and trans people, right? But then they're completely comfortable with cheating on their fucking wives, their husbands, fucking kids, right? The thing is, if Christians weren't such goddamn hypocrites and placing judgment on others, people wouldn't fucking hate them. Like, listen, if you believe being gay is a sin, then that's fine. Just choose not to be gay yourself. But as soon as you fucking tell someone else not to be gay, that's when people have a problem with you. The thing with radical Islam is, I'm talking about radical Islam specifically, right? Listen, there's a reason why nobody fucks with them, right? They take their religion seriously. Christians do not. That is why we are comfortable making fun of Christians, whereas we rarely make fun of radical Islam. Okay? If Christians started blowing themselves up and killing people, we'd stop making fun of them. But y'all don't take your religion seriously enough to, commit yourself that much to God, right? I mean, y'all barely donate money to churches. I mean, like, isn't there something in the Bible that says you have to pay your taxes or some shit like that? What the fuck does that have to do with God? I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I'm just explaining why people make fun of the Bible but not the Quran, because we'll get killed. And yeah, we're scared. We're scared of radical Islam, but we ain't scared of Christians because Christians do not take their own God seriously. And that's a sin, right? I don't know, man. It's such a shitty argument to make. Oh, you would never make fun of a religion where people actually take it seriously versus a religion where everyone's a bunch of fucking hypocrites and would never do anything in retaliation. Yeah, no shit, dumbass. Oh, you'd make fun of a fucking group of Discord mods, but you would never make fun of the mafia. I don't know. Pretty sure this was to save babies and not to take rights from women. With the way you're acting in this video, I'm sure women think you're weird, but I don't know. Either way, get your facts straight. By overturning Roe v. Wade, you are automatically taking rights away from women. I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to cook this motherfucker, because as you can see, it has 27 replies. If you want to see everyone else cooking them, just go to my Roe v. Wade music video, scroll down to the comments, you'll see what everyone else is saying. I don't even need to cook this motherfucker. Bruh, go do this to the Quran or some shit that terrorists reads. It takes no balls to disrespect something that nobody will stand up for. Go do the same to the Quran and we will see what happens. Well, you kind of said it in your comment. It takes no balls to disrespect something that nobody will stand up for. Specifically the part nobody will stand up for. Why won't Christians stand up for what the Bible says? Because they don't take their religion seriously, therefore Christians themselves should not be taken seriously. See how that works? Genuine question, are you gay? I've been listening to your music for a while and I can't figure it out. More like gay in concept, not so much in practice, because that's fucking gay, okay? I'm pansexual. However, I've thought about going full-blown homosexual a few times. Now, the problem with doing that is men are whinier than women are. Your music fucking sucks! Yeah? Do you walk into a bathroom and say, holy shit, it stinks? Do you ever walk into a strip club and say, holy fuck, there's naked bitches in here. They're objectifying women in here. Do you ever walk into a graveyard and just say, man, this shit's making me depressed as hell? Same energy as your comment. Do you ever watch an LGBTQ documentary and just say, this is kind of gay? Same energy as your comment. I am the Great Clips of musicians. I'm sorry, but you fell off, bro, sadly. I love these types of comments because they seem to imply that it is not the quality of your content that matters, but rather the number of views that you're getting that truly matters, right? Listen, the quality of your content drops as soon as your views drop too, right? I like that. I like that logic. You're gay. Delete your channel, you fucking Nazi. Hell yeah, gay Nazi. Hey, bro, listen, I've always wanted to be a progressive fascist, okay? Where I just, I call myself Gaydolf Niggler. I compose my army of feminazi zombies. We force everyone to have pronouns to identify as anything but male or female. Okay? We have over 700 different bathrooms for every single gender there is. How could I forget? The trigger bots, right? The bots go off whenever someone says something triggering and they just get shot directly through the fucking face. Alright? We will replace the American flag with the gay pride flag. Maybe we'll combine the trans flag. We'll combine every sexuality flag together into one, right? I will also assemble a bunch of Twinkie soldiers who barely know how to hold a gun. Oh wait, no. Oh fuck! I'm a progressive fascist. Okay, no. All guns taken away. Fuck. Put all the straight white males in the fucking camps. Now, as for the ones who are gay, y'all are on thin fucking ice. What is your opinion on Israel? You commented this a year ago. A year ago, I would have said, they aight. But now, because of the Palestine shit, I'm gonna say, not touching this. That's really all the hate comments I can find on my YouTube channel. I've gotten many more on TikTok, but for some reason I never really thought to screenshot all of them actually I've incorporated a lot of them into the Young Butt Piss series, but I don't feel like going through every episode and digging those out. But no, so basically I pulled up my channel comments for YouTube and I would just search certain keywords to find comments that I remembered. But I mean, there's probably so many more that I'm just missing because I can't remember certain keywords to find them. But there we go. Now I will be rebranding completely as Reese Thorn once the Twink Rebirth movie is done and drops. That's the last fart you're going to hear from me. I probably won't fart on camera as Reese Thorn. I'm sorry. The rebirth is coming.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy.